What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So we're back to go over my top 10 safeties going into the 2022 NFL draft class. A lot of this list will change over time as we get closer to the draft, but these are my current top 10. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into this sucker. Let's go over some honorable mentions or some guys that I think that are going to return and come back. As you notice, the voice, it's still not 100%. But it's all right. It's getting there. We're going to get there eventually. But Tyke Smith, Georgia. He's a transfer from West Virginia. He ended up, I think, tearing his ACL around like week 5 or so. So definitely feels like he's going to end up returning. Kirby Joseph out of Illinois is pretty solid, but pretty good safety class. Don't see him coming out. Bubba Bolden, man. I'm a big Hurricanes fan. Do you, baby? He just hasn't developed yet. He hasn't taken that next step. It's real easy to see him coming back. And then Marcus Hooker, you might have to correct me on this one because I'm pretty sure with the COVID rules, he has another year of eligibility there at Ohio State. But you might need to correct me on that. Regardless, if he does have another year eligibility, he has to come back. He is not draftable as of right now. But number 10, Demani Richardson out of Texas A&M, man. This cat is pretty darn good. He took a huge leap in development in 2020, and he continued that play this season. He's basically in charge of the assignments on the back end there for the Texas A&M Aggies, and he leads. This is a top 20 coverage unit in the nation. He is a very sure tackler, very active participant versus the run. He's very physical, and he just has that body he's going to allow him to continually be physical at the next level in the NFL. Now, come draft time, Richardson, he's going to be highly sought out by these very zone-heavy schemes, just because he's not like a stellar athlete compared to some of the other safeties on this list. A lot of his struggles have come when he is asked to go man-to-man, sometimes on tight ends too. Like he gets mismatched against. But, I mean, we live in an NFL today where the NFLs are basically just the tight ends are just jumbo receivers at this point. But he's at his best when he's allowed to sit back, read everything going on in front of him. He does a really good job of analyzing and then reacting. But very solid. I got him as an early day 3 guy right now. And then at number 9, Verone McKinley the third out of Oregon. He may not be the same type of athlete as like there's some legit athletic freaks at the top of this list. He's just like it's tier a smidgen below probably some of those guys, but still very solid athlete in his own right. He does a good job of playing deep there for Oregon. He's been very fruitful there, very productive. He has 10 interceptions, 10 pass breakups throughout his whole career. He isn't the surest tackler. He's right now sitting around a career missed tackle rate at 19%. Not great, not good, but that's not what you're really asking him to do, especially at 5'11", 194. That's not what you want him to do. He does a good job of tracking down ball carriers, but he's not a guy that you could expect to finish with those tackles. His lack of size is probably, it's going to be the issue. You don't want him hovering around the line of scrimmage. That's just not his play. That's not where you want him. Just throw this dude on the back end. You should be A-OK. And then number 8, Brandon Joseph out of Northwestern. I was really hot on Joseph at the beginning of the year. Gotta keep that voice nice and moist. But he hasn't really had a breakout season last year. It hasn't really been that for him this year. Keep in mind, he is a redshirt sophomore. He's got another year of eligibility. He's also a young guy that's still developing into his body. But he's probably one of the best deep coverage guys in this class. He really does have incredible range. As you can see, 9 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, all that while allowing a completion rate of 60%. Northwestern, they're mainly playing him in the box, in the slot over the last 2 years. I really think this guy's destined to play deep on the back end. And another guy that has that 20% missed tackle rate, a guy you don't want consistently around the box, or at least until he grows into that body. Keep in mind, the guy is still very young. He can bulk up. You like to see the versatility from him, but yeah, very high on Brandon Joseph. If you're looking for some great deals this weekend, look no further. Get some Broshmo merch. Everything's 25% off. Just use the promo code HOLIDAYS. I even got a Christmas themed shirt / hoodie out there. Merry draft season. Merry draft season to all. It's awesome shirt. But go ahead. It's a great way to support the channel. But let's go ahead, get back to the video. And then number 7, Lewis Cine out of Georgia. He's going to be in a similar boat as to Jaquan Brisker, who we'll see later on in this list when it comes to his speed, to his range. Cine, basically where he eats is everything underneath, man. He eats underneath routes. He's shown very quick reaction skills, enough to make plays on ball. The guy has interception and 7 pass breakups this season. He has demonstrated legit ball skills, and he's always been a very sure tackler. 6.3 missed tackle rate over his career. Pretty solid run defender. And he makes sure his pass catchers, they don't get plus yards after the catch. You like that? He really does have a nice hit stick highlight reel if you want to go check that out. But the thing for him is going to be that limited range. I think that's what's going to hold him in this mid day 2 area. But he has been phenomenal this year. Number 6, Jalen Catalon out of Arkansas. This guy's kind of taking a dumble just because looking more into him, there's a lot of injury concerns when it comes to Catalon. Oh, and I mean a lot. Let's go into it. Now, let's see. He's just been consistently injured throughout his career. A torn ACL in 2018, torn a labrum tear in 2019, meniscus surgery in 2020, and now he has the shoulder injury that's going to keep him out the rest of this season. That's very worrisome, and you kind of worry about it. That a lot of that is probably his playing style, because he's a guy that really likes to hit big, man. Really does like to hit big. But it's the weird thing is this guy's so rangy. I love this guy playing deep. That's when he's at his best. He tracks the ball very well in air. He shows very good closing speed, very similar to an Antoine Winfield when he came out. And when he comes down with a head full of steam. He is constantly trying to lay the hit stick. It seemed like he became better at wrapping up ball carriers earlier this year. And then you kind of saw his little, I don't know, you kind of saw probably around week 4, that Texas A&M game. He started going back to those bad habits of just trying to lay the lumber, take guys out at the knees, not high percentage tackles. So there is that. But again, tracks the ball well in air, 5 interceptions, 9 pass breakups. There's no beating this guy deep. When he did lose, it was he gave up 5 TDs, right? And he gave up no TDs this year, but he gave up 5 in 2020. And they all came in the red zone when he was asked to guard bigger pass catchers. So again, that's not a role you want for him anyway. But this cat in 2020, he dominated high-octane offenses like Georgia, LSU, Florida, Alabama, Ole Miss, and he did it for all 73-plus snaps. And then again, he did it this year. Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss. He played 62 plus snaps in all those games, only allowed 3 receptions for 28 yards, had a pass breakup. Like, the skill is there. It's just the injury concerns. They're kind of legit. They're kind of a thing. And then F5, Daxton Hill, man. This guy could easily soar up the list, man. It's just a real shame that Michigan, they refused to play him deep. They've mainly played him in the slot this year. I'm trying to see if I got exact. Yeah, of his 668 snaps, 463 of them have been in the slot this year. They just refuse to not play this cat in the slot. But he, great speed, great range. He's a very active and willing participant against the run, with a missed tackle rate of 13% over his career. Is actually pretty darn good. He does a good job of wrapping up ball carriers. He could stand to put on some bulk, being 6 foot 192. But through 3 seasons, he's shown legit ball skills. 4 interceptions, 13 pass breakups, and I just want to see him maybe put a little bit more meat on his frame. But then again, he's a guy that I'd rather play deep. But if you are going to take advantage of that versatility, because he has been very good in the slot, then I kind of wouldn't mind if he put on like 5 to 10 pounds. He is the younger brother of Justice Hill, by the way. So, fun fact there. Jaquan Brisker, here at number 4. Got a 2nd round grade on him. Again, very good safety class. He's a former JUCO transfer. He was highly sought out in 2019. Alabama was trying to get him. Ended up going to Pittsburgh. He is not rangy. By no means is this cat rangy, but he has displayed that he can hang. Like, this guy's ball skills, like, he tracks the ball so well, and he gets to it extremely quick. I think he just plays faster than he actually is. The game's slow to him. I love that. I love that about him. He has 5 interceptions, 11 pass breakups over the last 3 seasons. Excuse me. Very big enforcer in the middle. One of the surest tacklers in all of college football. He has like a missed tackle rate of like 12% throughout his career. No, it's not 12%. What is it? 11% throughout his whole career. He had a 1.7 missed tackle rate in 2020. So the guy's extremely good, very physical. Love this dude's play. Number 3, I got Nick Cross. Now this is my guy, because at 6'1", 210, I think he's gonna really test out like a Kyle Duggar, like a Jeremy Chin. He is an athletic freak in that regard. He is just a rare athlete in this safety class. Yeah, he was a member of Maryland's track team his freshman season, and just that combination of speed and size is going to be so alluring, so tempting for teams. His range just shows up constantly on the field, also shows up on the stat sheet. 6 interceptions, 9 pass breakups through his career. Maryland, they've been using him as a center fielder. That's the thing. This guy, because they're mainly coming out in cover 1, and they're just trusting him as a center fielder there. And he just does that role so well. He has been burnt a couple of times this year, allowing 4 touchdowns. But I think the reward's worth the risk. He's not one of the best tacklers in this class, despite his size. 15.2% missed tackle rate. Not bad. Not great, though. It's kind of the middle of the road. But he is a guy he's more than willing to come up, play the run, and given his skill set, man, you could use him in just a variety of different ways. One of my favorite prospects currently in this class. Jordan Battle at number 2. He plays that star role there for Alabama, anywhere from deep to the slot to the box. They play him everywhere, man. He's even played a little bit outside corner. He plays a lot of man coverage, which really makes sense given this guy's just his range. In terms of him, this guy's a blue chip athlete. He's got very fluid hips, great movement skills. He's only allowed 11 receptions for 77 yards on the year with two 2 picks and 3 pass breakups. Just his combination of explosiveness, even strength, man. This guy can play around the line of scrimmage, no problem. He loves to lay the lumber. 12% missed tackle rate, very good. He has been prone to some helmet to helmet hits in his career, some targeting calls. So if he could just lower that strike zone on ball carriers, that would just be mwah. But he is a first round grade, easy. And I'm surprised. Just surprised more people just aren't as high on him as a first rounder. And then Kyle Hamilton, of course, he is like this next generation safety. The just great combination of size and range. And this is a guy that can cover the middle, no problems. You go back to that Florida State game where he went from sideline to make an interception. It was on everybody's Twitter feed. Just saying. He has freaky length and explosiveness, and he is just a menace in coverage. He has 8 interceptions, 14 pass breakups throughout his career. He's only allowed 4 plays of 15 plus yards, and this guy's mentality is just Oh, I love it. It's the mentality. It's a physical mentality. He is physicality. He will come up, play the run, no questions asked. He's often looking for the hit stick, but because like you'll look at his missed tackle rate being, or at least in 2020, what it was around 13.5%, and I think a lot of that was because he really enjoyed coming down and like he is trying to make these plays, these highlight plays, and just laying out guys. This year, he has been a much more sure tackler. 6.5% missed tackle rate. Phenomenal. Again, this guy's next level. He is like Derwin James size with Earl Thomas athleticism. He is very, very versatile. And you can just tell by how Notre Dame deploys him with over 600 snaps deep, 300 in the box, 400 coming in the slot, 29 around the line of scrimmage, like on the line of scrimmage, and then 15 coming at corner. So a guy that can really do it all for you. No questions asked. He's phenomenal. He deserves to go in the top 10. I got him as, I list him here as a top 10 prospect. He's probably going to be a top 5 guy on my board. Oh, but there it goes. The voice. It's gone. I got nothing left. I gave you all that I could give. But let me know who are some of your favorite safeties in this class. And until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.